Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Gamers, Remorse, and Friends play Dungeons and Dragons, Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Last time, the group went into the Raiders' camp, where they managed to find Leosin, the half-elf monk, who had attempted to infiltrate the camp and had been made prisoner. After a slight ruse and a quick escape, they now find themselves outside of the Raiders' camp. So as you guys exit the camp, Leosin just kind of looks at you all, kind of confusedly. He saw the amulet when I believe it was Aranor that showed it to him. So he just kind of looks at you guys and says, "So who are you? Who sent you? What are you doing here?" And you all look at him in silence.
This is where we're going to take our election to create a leader right now, right in front of him.
So who are we talking to? Sorry.
You're talking to Leosin. He says, "Who are you guys? What are you doing? Who sent you?" I'm grateful, of course, but confused.
By one of your associates to come look into where you were or what happened to you. You were captured at Greenest. We were there defending the city, and we were tasked in following behind these burglars.
Okay. Are you from Greenest then, or what brought you to the area? Were you also aware of the Dragon Cult's advance?
Yeah, so we had word to come down to Greenest for various reasons. Some of us had different reasons than others, which I don't know if we ever chose.
Oh. Okay, well, I am grateful for the rescue. I believe I would have gotten out on my own had the need arisen.
No doubt.
But I am thankful nonetheless. What news do you have? How did Greenest fare? I departed early in the combat to try to sneak in with the raiders.
They're still alive. Barely, but they're still there.
Can I send a whisper to Keithan?
That's a good question. Can you?
Message.
Are you capable of this?
Am I level 3 now?
You are currently level 2.
Then I cannot. I can only sign language to him. I'll use Thieves' Cant.
It looks like a smiley face in a house.
Then I hold up a hand and say, "Hold on, Keithan, come over here." And we walk away about 10 paces. And then I say, "Can we trust this guy? Like, we're telling him all his info, and he hasn't really given us much other than he was tied up, but..."
Well, enemy of my enemy is a friend. And he was in Greenest before. If somebody knew him and wanted him returned, I think it's okay. And we haven't really told him anything that's dire news, though, either.
Alright, that's cool.
If anything else comes up, just raise your hand.
Sounds good.
So, I'll return.
Are we still flashing the signals of the Tiamat?
No.
Is that what you're raising the hands for? Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, yeah, our screens are all messed up again, and I'm not gonna touch it. Cory and Aaron are swapped. Last time we did that, we lost the accordion, so we're not messing with it. Sorry, people watching. So I guess, Barry, all you've missed is they're just talking with Leosin outside of the Raiders' camp now.
And we haven't returned to the town?
No, at this point, you just exited the mouth of the cave. And he was kind of confused, trying to figure out who you guys were. So jumping back into character as Leosin. So what is your guys' plan now then? You came in, you got me out. Was that your quest, or what are you about?
Burning everything to the ground. Oh, shoot, sorry.
You're starting to sound like Vendetta.
Our group is called Trogdor. We were tasked with finding out more information about these group of people who attacked Greenest and taking information back on any plans that we can find out where they're at and things of that sort. And we, by by happenstance, passed along one of your associates who asked us to look into your disappearance. I do not recall the name, as I was not the one that talked with him. But he is the one that gave us the necklace to reference to you, to show you that we are who we are.
Okay, I'm guessing that was likely Nissim, a young and wiry young man, likes to take things into his own hands. Well, I am grateful. I believe your ruse that you did back there with the raider that you managed to tie in my place, that likely bought us some time. But I suggest we get moving before they sound the alarm. Would you be so kind as to lead me back to Greenest?
Of course. I point to Twidget, lead on.
Walk this way, and then I walk oddly.
Okay. Would you guys like to fast travel back to Greenest, or do you want to visit the plateau and do some more math?
We could
Hey, now that's me.
decide how to scale it and
Fast travel around
spend the rest
the.
of the night on it. Yeah.
Alright, so we're just going to fast travel back to Greenest because we have that technology.
Yes.
So as you arrive in Greenest, Governor Nightingale comes running up to you as you approach the city gates, a giant smile on his face. And he just, as he runs forward, he just heads straight for your party, ignoring the other prisoners you rescued as well as the Leosin. What news have you? What did you discover? I see you found some prisoners, slaves, what have you. What did you learn of our enemy?
We learned that they are gathering loot from various villages and towns of the area. They are on sort of a furlough here after attacking Greenest. It was supposedly their largest take. They capture prisoners, bring them here, work them to death, and they tend to die. And
They're made up almost entirely of mercenaries, so they're not terribly loyal.
kobolds, and they like to drink.
Yeah. You might want to tell them about the dragon
Oh yeah,
raising.
the hatchery.
Yeah, hatchery,
What hatchery? What are we talking about?
might be important.
There's a hatchery there in the back area of the cave. Supposedly it's pretty well guarded. We did not get close to that. You were the closest we got to it. It was about an additional 200 to 300 paces back into the along the wall.
I'm interested. I'd like to know more about this hatchery that you're speaking of. And at this point, Nightingale pulls out the money that he promised to each of you, giving each of you 250 gold, which you can add to your character sheets, with the exception of Gilgamesh, because your gold is being held by one of your retainers back in the keep. But that can be added to your gold sheet or your character sheet now as well. At this point is when each of you will reach level 3. So if you haven't already rolled a hit dice for your updated hit points, you can do so now, unless you are going with the standard hit dice as suggested in the player handbook, which would be half of your hit die rounded up plus your con modifier. So after you guys have that all taken care of, Nightingale just kind of looks at you all and he says, please, you can head to the local tavern, one of the few buildings that was not destroyed. The town is in the rebuild phase now, but I believe you guys deserve a rest. We can speak more in the morning. Come find me when you have awoken. And at this point, as you guys may recall, it was shortly after sundown when you guys did your whole escape. So it's probably just shortly after midnight at this point. So is there anything you guys would like to do before heading to the inn to get some sleep?
I'm gonna cast Good Berry twice and get 20 berries for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. Is there a tavern around?
I don't know why you added 1,000 to that roll, but fantastic. Asking Nightingale this, I presume, he just says, the tavern was destroyed by the raiders. They took one of our finest barrels of mead. Many people were upset about that. It was supposed to be a very fine vintage.
Oh.
Whoever...
That was a very fine vintage.
But I'm sure potentially there is a someone in the innkeeper may have some food or drink for you if you so desire.
Do we still have those weapons? I would like to check to see if there's a rapier among it.
At the keep, yes. Help yourself if you like to glance over the weapons at the keep.
Okay.
Are there any shops available for other items that aren't in the keep?
Yeah, they rebuilt enough so that there's more amenities.
I mean, it's been 18 hours since you guys were last here.
But I didn't peruse what was left of the town. I was just the keep.
Yeah. It depends what kind of shops you're looking for. I mean, the general goods store is still available, as well as a few other ones. At this time of night, of course, they would all be, the owners would be retired for the night. But potentially in the morning, you could seek them out.
All right. I got nothing else.
Is there any priests inside the keep that would have any ritual materials?
Quite likely, the priests probably have some of that on them. I'm guessing they are sleeping at the moment. Some may have returned to the temple as well.
Okay.
So
I
is
go
anyone-
off and check the keep for a rapier.
Okay. So Aaron heads.
I'm going to ask around and see. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was going to Aaron heads to the keep. What do the rest of you do?
I'm going to ask around and see if there is some form of caster that knows the continual flame spell.
Um.
I'm fine if you just give me a percentage die roll. I think it's possible that a cleric would know it.
Yeah. What level is Continual Flame?
Oh, you're actually going to make me look it up, aren't you? I'm thinking first level. 1 second. Basically, Brian, what I'm looking to do is get a small polished stone and get them to cast Continual Flame on it.
Okay.
Continual Flame is a second level evocation.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
If I remember correctly, Brian, if I did my calculations on that, that's a 50 gold casting or something like that.
Okay.
I could be wrong, and I'm sure YouTube will yell at me.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTubes.
I don't honestly try and put anything over to you.
Are you just going to the keep or the temple, or where do you hope to find someone at midnight that could do this for you?
I'll start, honestly, at the keep. Or, sorry, not the keep, but at the temple. And if there's not, like, a cleric on duty that's willing to do it, then I'll probably just wait until some other time.
Okay.
It's not essential, but it's something I want to do, and since we have a little bit of time.
Yep. All right, so at least Aaron and... Galaneus and Aranor will be going to the keep. Does anyone else want to go to the keep, or are you guys heading to the inn?
I was gonna head to the inn.
Okay.
I'll head to the inn.
All right.
I will head wherever I think I can get some materials.
Bodies.
Bodies.
Where you can get...
bodies. I say ritual materials.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Same thing.
So cleric, or maybe a wizard's shop that may not have gotten completely knocked over, or
And Gilgamesh, are you going to go to the keep as well, or the tavern, or what would you like to do?
Sorry, I've been trying to figure out this whole leveling thing.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to
Seriously,
do?
You want to go up.
Is there anything you want to do before turning in for the night? It's midnight at this point.
I'm gonna consult with Twidget.
Well, you
That's
should
a
come.
mistake.
You should come to the inn and we can have a beer.
That sounds yes.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Perhaps.
That sounds yes.
Perhaps we can
enjoy
something.
Yeah. All right, so Twidget, Gilgamesh, and not Galenus, Keithan. Those three head to the inn. The rest of you head to the keep. Aaron, you recall where the weapon rack was, and on the weapon rack, you can see that there's a couple bows, some arrows, a few short swords, quite a few daggers, and a couple of rapiers.
Yay, I take a rapier and I fill my quiver.
Okay. And then, man, this has really confused me with the faces not matching the names on my other screen.
So, okay, sorry. We roll a hit die.
Yep, so you can either roll a hit die and add your constitution modifier, or you can take half of your hit die rounded up.
So, I just got 12.
Okay.
I was gonna say, are you sure about the half the hit die?
Nice.
Because mine says 6 plus.
Sure,
I have a hit
is it
die
half plus
of
1?
10.
So, my
Mine
max
says
is now
4, 6
35.
plus.
Yeah. So I think it might be a half plus 1. It says in the player handbook. It shows what it is there.
It's the average roll rounded up. So
Yep.
if you have a 1 to 6, average roll is going to be
4.
3.5 to 4. Yep.
Yep. All right, so Aaron takes a rapier and fills his quiver. Aaron, so you're looking for a cleric or somebody.
Yep.
There is one cleric who's still kind of walking around to the people who have remained at the keep, kind of healing and giving encouraging words at this point. Heading up to him, asking about a, what is it, unending flame? Continual
flame.
Yep. He kind of thinks about it and he goes, I'm sure that that is something that one of the clerics of our order could help you with, but it is something that we likely do not have prepared offhand at the moment. Given enough notice, I'm sure one of us would be capable.
Alrighty. I'll thank him for his time, and I'll actually take, let's say, 5 of those good berries that I have,
Mm-hmm.
and hand them to him and say, basically tell him, here's what these do. They're magic berries, and they can heal 1 hit point and nourish somebody and give them enough water for a day. Thank you for your time, and I'll hand over 5 of those for him.
Okay. He thanks you, very graciously, and says, "Seek me out tomorrow, and perhaps I can cast Ritual Flame for you. I work in the night shift, so I'll be going to bed soon, but anytime afternoon I could possibly help you."
I ask him if he's got any materials that survived any ritual materials that survived the.
What kind of ritual materials do you need? We have, candles, string, straw, various herbs, berries. What do you need, sir?
Nothing major, just some chalk and candles.
Oh yeah. We likely have some of that. I can check on hand here. If not here, we definitely would have some at the temple. He kind of starts rummaging around his little area, and he pulls out 2 small candles and a stick of chalk. Says, "This is all I can find on hand. Will these suffice for you, good sir?"
What's the value of that? Probably not enough, but.
What's the value of a
Close.
candle?
Is that what you told him? What's the value of that? Useless.
I'm not sure off the top of my head what candles cost.
Doesn't tell me exactly what my rituals. Doesn't tell me exactly what my ritual should be, so it's like
Candle, 1 copper.
I have a hard time understanding what 10 gold worth of ritual materials is going to cost you.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, too. So an issue I've noticed with some 5th edition things when they say that begs a question. Like, if you offer someone 10 gold for a candle, does that 1 candle become 10 gold value for rituals? Like, there's a lot of questions on that.
The key is just pay exactly what's in the book and don't be A philanthropist. That's the key.
Yeah. Just be like, here's 10 gold for your 2 candles and chalk. Thank you, good sir.
Yeah. If you need 10 gold worth of candles, you're going to get, let's see, 1 copper piece of candle. Carry the 1.
Gabe, you didn't take a level of accounting, did you?
No, I didn't. I don't think I actually am supposed to carry a 1.
Well, let's see, there's 100 copper for a silver, right?
No, 10 copper for a
10
silver,
copper for so 100 copper for a gold. So you'd have 100 candles?
1,000 candles if you
1,000?
need 10 gold of them.
This is close. I'm gonna need 999 more candles. Thanks.
Yeah. Let's see. 1,000 candles. He could open a Bed Bath & Beyond with that.
Oh God, I'm trying to open the Beyond section right now.
Oh.
It's sort of a summoning ritual to Beyond.
Okay. Yeah, he's just like, well, potentially if you head to the temple in the morning, we may have more things for you there. So is there anything else you guys would like to do before you head to the inn?
We said weapon rack. We checked the.
Yep.
How about the
Rack.
armor stuff? I think last time we checked, we did not have access to studded leather, right?
Yep. So I mean, if you go back to the armor rack at this point, there's a few more suits of leather armor, but there's nothing beyond leather at this point. It's a fairly safe wager that anyone who has stuff beyond leather, they probably own it, and they're not just borrowing it from the keep.
Hey, Brian, I got 2 questions for you.
Yep.
Can I get a random name for the guy at the temple that I talked to?
A random name for the guy at the temple?
That way I have something to jog your memory as well as mine.
Yep. We're going to go with Phineas.
Awesome.
Phineas.
Yep.
And Ferb.
Yeah. Second question, if they don't have studded leather, do they have studly leather?
Studly leather? Like it makes you look good?
Yeah,
Like it has a nice thick mustache.
that's right. Right
Like
on the chest it has a mustache.
Yeah.
Handlebar preferably.
Yes, obviously.
They don't have any studly leather, but perhaps if you could find an armor smith.
Need a new group.
I'm basically just playing the funny right now, so.
If you can find an armor smith or a barber, they could probably help you with that.
A barbarian?
Yes, a barbarian barber, preferably.
That would be awesome.
Barbarian error.
Yep. All right, so let's time warp here to the following morning.
Wait.
So
I didn't get my beer.
we're presuming that you guys got your fill of beer and food in the inn.
But I was so engrossed by how good the beer was, I decided to become a brewer. And I wanted to know if he had any brewing supplies available so that I could...
Would you like to actually play this out with the guy? Because we could.
It doesn't
sounds
matter
about
to me.
exciting
Either
as
that or
plateau.
I just give you 20 gold pieces and I get brewing supplies.
Well, you can talk to the innkeeper, and the innkeeper pretty much tells you that he buys his brew from a local brewer. But as far as he knows, the brewery burnt down overnight. So he would probably be willing to sell his supplies if they survived the fire.
I shall go find him and learn of his recipes and spread them across the land.
Yeah, and he pretty much tells you where the guy lived.
I will go find that guy in the morning.
All right.
Not tonight?
I'm kind of drunk at the moment.
What better time to go?
I don't negotiate very well.
Yeah. Was there anyone at the inn that could have given us information about what else is going on?
When you got to the inn, it was shortly after midnight, as I said, so it was fairly empty. There were, a small handful of people sitting in the common room, all nursing glasses of ale of some sort. None seemed super talkative. Would you like to approach any of them at all, or?
No, let's expedite the storyline.
Okay. I was hoping you would say that.
Yep.
Alright, so come morning. I just got a new symbol on my mic that I've never seen before. It was a red picture. So come morning, you guys you're roused, and as you walk down to the entryway, of the inn, you see Leosin sitting there with Nissim, who is the guy that had asked you to find him. They kind of wave you over as you approach. Do you choose to approach them, or how do you respond?
I'll approach.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, I'll
approach.
approach.
Okay. So whichever of you guys choose to approach them, Leosin just kind of looks up at you guys gleefully, and he goes, good friends. Welcome. I am in much better spirits after a good night's sleep, something I've not had for far too long. Please, sit, join us. I have a request of you.
Sure, I'll sit.
Sure, yeah.
Alright.
Before we took care of our other business?
I mean, this is as you guys walked down the stairs into the common room, so you haven't gone and done anything else as of yet. So, to whichever of you chose to join him at the table, does anyone choose to leave, or do you all join him?
Nope, staying there.
Like we're all staying there.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so as you guys kind of sit, he kind of looks about to each of you, and he just says, after all you have done already, and for the people of Greenest, we hate to ask anything more of you, but the need is great, and I cannot think of anyone else that could do this favor for us. I need you to return to the camp, if you'd be willing. You know your way around it. I think you could slide in and out well enough. I believe that they may be potentially preparing for another raid, or they may be going elsewhere. I am not entirely sure, but that is the information that we need to know. And he kind of leans in a bit closer, and he says, I don't recommend you getting captured.
Oh, snap.
That's not part of the plan.
It never is, but that doesn't stop it.
I look at Light and Flail and say, are you coming with this time?
Nightingale, who is also sitting there talking with them, kind of just glances up at you and says, my job is here, rebuilding my town. But I talked with Leosin this morning, and it sounds like his need is as great as ours.
His need is as great as ours. Interesting. Is there any sort of reward this time around?
Nightingale kind of looks back offended, and then he looks at Leosin saying, apparently 250 gold apiece isn't reward enough for this one. To which Leosin just kind of chuckles. Turning towards you, Leosin pulls out some coin, and he says, this coin is the last I have from my journey, but I prepare to head back to some city. The city of Ethereal.
I know that city well.
Yeah, but I plan to return to Ethereal, where I will find Father Onthar Froom, a paladin of the city, and I will replenish my stores so I can offer each of you, how does 150 gold each? How does that sound? That's 2 crossbows, 2-hand crossbows, if you're interested in that kind of a thing.
If only one was a demon hunter.
If only.
There's a train.
I think that shall be sufficient.
Agreed.
I'm not greedy like my friends.
Oh, I totally am.
I'd like to inquire what's Leosin's background? Not necessarily his background with a capital B, but rather his class. I just want to know what is he? What does he do?
Essentially, you're saying, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am a monk, he says calmly, but most recently I have been a researcher of sorts. The cult of the dragon has been intriguing me. I do not like the idea of them bringing evil dragons back into the world. So I've spent the last year researching them, trying to find out what they are up to. And just recently I had my best guess. I believed they would be attacking a large city in the area. My best guess was Greenest, so I came here and waited. And I was correct.
So you're saying you could have prevented this?
I failed to see how me and my 3 friends here could have prevented this. We did our best to infiltrate and learn what we could, so that rather than prevent a single city from being attacked, we can prevent the uprising of evil dragons for eternity. Nightingale just kind of looks at him, and he goes, well, it's unfortunate that it be our city, but the greater good, I guess.
When you guys look at Vendetta, you can't really tell what exactly he's thinking, but this is going on in his head.
Nice. I too share a common interest in the dragon cult, and much like yours, I would like to see it ended. I will venture back to assist in your quest.
Most specifically, what I'm curious about is the nursery. I heard very little of it while I was posted as prisoner, but from what I picked up on you guys on our way back and while you were telling Nightingale last night, it sounds like they may be trying to raise dragons there themselves. I'm not entirely sure. But I would like to know what goes in and out of the nursery, perhaps anything else you could discover.
Could you offer us some rope or some device to get us up into the nursery caverns? They appear to be about 60 feet up on the cliff.
To my understanding, the nursery entrance was at the back of the main opening, just off the ground.
Yeah, he's.
Were there multiple
Okay,
entrances?
Just well guarded, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the entrance is on
Any
the
ideas of
ground.
how do we get into there without alerting the entire camp?
Well, somehow you got to me without alerting the camp. I feel you are well adept at that sort of a thing.
So just fight our way in, is what you're saying?
If that's what it comes to, I trust in your blades and your spells.
We have an army.
Keithan looks proud,
Anybody
like you
silence?
do now.
Gilgamesh, father of dragons.
Do you have a location where I could purchase a hand crossbow, or do you have a hand crossbow I could use on this journey?
You know what? I'm going to give you a percentage roll on this one.
Yes.
Give me a number between 1 and 10, Sean.
1,000.
8.
Alright, so I am rolling. You know, I'm going to roll this publicly.
Oh, snap.
So we're going for 8 out of 100. No? I don't know what we're going for.
If you score somewhere between 80 and 89 on a 1d100, I'm going to give this guy a hand crossbow that he'll...
So I have a
Nope.
Yeah.
9% chance. Got it.
He rolled a 10. So he's like, I do not have a hand crossbow on me. Perhaps one of the armorers in the town may have one that could sell it to you.
Hey, Brian, are you sure you rolled? I don't think you rolled.
I'm pretty sure I rolled a 1d100 and rolled a 10.
He did roll.
Roll attack.
Okay,
Just
it just
showed
looks weird.
Yeah.
But he did say 8, so 8 to 18, that would be a crossbow.
Yes.
I do
Hey,
believe they
Brian.
also specified 80 to 89.
That's what I thought I saw.
He's rolling
Brian, do
like
they happen to have a
Aaron.
sling and some stones available?
As a monk, he kind of looks at you and he goes, I am personally a fan of the lighter weapons such as these.
Oh,
And-
I wasn't asking the monk. I don't want to take away his weapons.
Oh,
I thought we were at the weaponsmith on
Oh.
the way out.
as to my knowledge, you guys have not left the inn yet.
No, not
Right.
yet.
We're still at the table.
Okay, sorry. about
I've
that.
got a list of places I need to stop. The weaponsmith
The
is
brewery.
Somebody get seconds of breakfast.
All right, so
I've got
so
errands to do.
is there anything else you desire to ask of Leosin before you depart?
What is
Yeah.
it exactly that he's wanting us
Are
to
you
know
a shadow
or
monk?
do about this hatchery?
Well,
Profit.
Are we looking just for information, or is there a certain action that he would like us to take?
He is predominantly curious about anything you can observe going into or out of the hatchery, or what they are doing there.
Would you specifically like us to burn it to the ground?
If you are willing to burn it to the ground, I would love to see that.
Whoa. See it? Do you have a camera device?
How about a scrying?
He gives you a Nikon D500.
Ooh.
Nice.
What is this English language? I only speak common.
English is common.
Leave that debate for the comments.
Nikon's probably Japanese anyway, right?
So is there anything else you guys want to ask before you depart?
Nope.
All right. So is the first stop the weaponsmith?
I'm gonna keep eating.
All right. Gilgamesh is going to keep eating.
Yes, weaponsmith.
Yep, weaponsmith. Or archery range, or whatever.
All right.
All the weaponsmiths.
So those of you who head to the weaponsmith, the innkeeper gives you directions, and you find that it is half the building has burned, the other half is still standing, and you can see the burned area has been starting to be cleaned up, but it is still a rubble-esque patch. But as you approach, a strong man comes running out with a leather apron. And he just says, "Welcome, friends. I thank you for your service thus far. How can I help you this fine morning?"
I'm on a shopping list here this morning. I could use a rapier if you by chance have one.
I believe I may have a couple still. And he kind of beckons you to follow him into the burnt down area where you can see a bench with random goods set on the table. And
What
he picks
about a lance? Does he happen to have a lance as well?
a lance. I am curious to know what this lance
Lances.
has to do potentially with a saddle and a druid.
It has nothing to do with a saddle and a druid.
It's a saddle and a donkey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don
He's,
Quixote is real.
I do not have any lances, I'm afraid. Wood burns quite well, unfortunately. But I do have 2 fine rapiers, and he pulls out 2 rapiers. Rapiers, however you choose to pronounce them.
I will gladly take one.
All right, this guy is
Mount
super
the other on a
generous.
large pole.
Yeah. This guy is like ridiculously generous to the point that he just sells stuff at the value of the player handbook.
Generous.
I like how I get one for free, and you have to buy one.
I could go scavenge one, but I'm trying to boost their economy here.
Okay. You're so much nicer than I am.
Good guy
I-
Keith and
I
Bix on
don't
the
care
economy.
about these guys. I'm just like, what's in it for me?
Yep.
I take
Money-
free stuff.
Money doesn't last long in my pocket.
Yep. So as this is happening, Gilgamesh walks up behind you guys. Is there anything else you guys would desire? How may I be of service?
Do you have any hand crossbows?
He kind of looks at you and he looks around and he goes, "Now, in these parts, hand crossbows can be viewed as a devious weapon. But I
Don't
trust
worry,
you.
He's legit.
If anyone asks, you didn't hear this from me." But he kind of beckons you into the actual house where he takes out a chest, and opening the chest, there's a few like fine encrusted daggers and stuff that you wouldn't normally see in the front of a shop, and inside there's a hand crossbow and a few bolts.
Nice. I note the location.
Audibly.
I'm not gonna.
Audibly. So that's where.
No, I'm not gonna knock him over or anything. I'm just.
Audibly noting the
Into-
location. Yes.
Yeah. If I need to be in touch with a guild of some sort, that's where I'll go to.
I mean, for all you
Alright
know, these
then.
are plastic toy daggers that just look pretty.
Yeah, this
Is
is
that-
true. Is it 2 hand crossbows or just the one?
He just has one.
Just has one. All right, I'll take that,
Alright.
and I'll take the bolts and whatever you hold bolts in. I imagine a quiver of some flavor.
Yep.
Case, actually.
A fancy case.
A
Crossbow
fancy
bolt case.
Yep.
What's the damage on that?
A hand crossbow is 75 gold.
Mhm.
The case
Bolts.
is 1 gold.
And does the case come full of bolts, I believe?
It does not. I don't
Oh, it does
believe.
not.
That'd be amazing if it did.
Nope, it just holds them. So gold for the case, and then a gold for 20 bolts.
Yep. So 77 gold.
That's
Can't
ridiculous.
until I have that page open right now.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I fork over the gold.
He then kind of takes one of the daggers out and holds it up to Gilgamesh, who you can see he's kind of eyeing it. But he's just kind of like, these are fine daggers if any of you are interested. Crafted by the great dwarven crafters. Jewel-encrusted hilts. Would any of you like to
What
handle
makes
them?
So fine.
Certainly are crusty.
I guess I should be careful on how I word things. 'Cause I do believe fine has a meaning in 5th edition. This is a very nice looking dagger. Well crafted by the dwarves. Gorgeous jewel embellishments.
If when you touch the dagger, it says, "Hi!" Put it away.
Nice.
I'll handle it and
Okay. Do you want
take a look at it.
to give me a insight check or perception?
Or a wisdom save.
Or constitution.
Well, I'm screwed.
Perception or insight.
It doesn't matter which one.
Wow, that looks super fancy.
Yeah, they recently changed
What
the
is that?
skill sheet.
Ah, that's adorable.
There's a lot of changes I'm noticing now.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
released yesterday.
All right. So as you're looking at them, I mean, it seems like it's just a standard dagger that has been decorated very prettily.
Now, is this part of a pair or is it just the one?
To my knowledge, I've only seen and I only have this one.
How much does it cost?
100 gold pieces.
Too rich for my blood. Sorry.
Let me check my wallet. Coin purse, whatever you want to call it.
Don't forget you got the 250 from Nightingale.
This is ill-marked for other goods.
Oops.
I ask him, what do you have in the way of armor?
My friend, the armor, all I deal with personally is weaponry. But the armor, to my understanding, sold out most of his armor to the guards just last night after the attack. Many of them wanted to upgrade to more sturdy wear over their traditional leather that we are provided.
Do they trade you any studded leather?
Chain shirts.
It's like over half of us wants them.
Yep, I did not
I'll
see
take a
any.
chain shirt.
I did not see any studded leather from them. The chain is what I was selling, unfortunately. So all he has is slightly worn leather armor.
Is there any way I can get you to lower the price off of 100? Maybe 85.
I'll take it for 2.
No, normally I would not part with such a piece for such a price, as I paid $80 myself for it. But
Dollars? What are these?
80 gold myself. But due to what you have done for the city, I cannot deny your request. I can part for 85 gold.
Alright. I will. As soon as I can figure out where my inventory is. There we go.
I have so many random notes that are just like laying around my desk. I'd love to know what people think when they look at my computer.
I think it's a mess.
Oh, it is a mess.
Is there a general outfitter as well? Or sorry, I was going to ask about the sling and the bullets.
Yes, we do have slings here, if you'd be interested. They're nothing fancy, and he kind of pulls out a leather strap with kind of thin with a wide book in the middle. I mean, stones are easy enough to find. They're all about the region. But I've never used a sling myself, but I hear they are quite useful.
Hey, Brian, I'm
Never know when you need a backup
Okay.
weapon.
He
That
kind
is
of
very true.
Yep. He nods and he's like, "If you would like it, it is for sale."
All right, I assume the going price 1 silver piece sling, and 4 copper for the bullets is amenable to you.
That is fantastic.
This guy's making out like a thief.
Alright, when I whisper, do I do at character name?
Yes.
You can. Is whispered? Is it W?
It's /W and then space character name.
Oh, so I don't have to put an at
You can
symbol?
start
No,
the character name, and then you can just use tab to autocomplete it. That way you know you're working right.
It's not letting me. Oh, there we go.
Brought to you by Target, Walmart, and every other shopping experience you can think of.
And somehow Keithan is holding 1,000,000 weapons right now.
I'm a walking armory.
Yep. Alright, so you have your sling and stones.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can do to help you guys with? Perhaps a long sword or a
Right now, I take
polearm, spear?
directions to the outfitter.
Ask him where I can find ritual items. Any wizardry shops? Any?
I don't know
Or
if there's.
general goods.
I know of the obvious temple for
Yeah.
clerics and stuff. Is there any other clerics in town, or just want to make sure I have all my bases covered?
Yep.
He's a witch.
I'm guessing your best bet would be the general store, our typical outfitter. To my understanding, his shop was not harmed at all, so he may be of service to you.
One last thing. Does he have a warhammer?
He does not have a warhammer.
I'll add it to my next town list.
Did someone get that dagger? I kind of spaced it. Anyone?
I think
Gilgamesh.
I think Gilgamesh got it for 85.
Nice.
Gabe, can you cast Tech Magic yet?
So,
Yeah, Aranor has detect magic.
yeah, I have detect magic. Oh yeah, I should probably. Thanks for that. Do I have 10 minutes where I can see the dagger? Or rather,
I can
Gil?
just like hand it to you and be like, "What do you think?"
No. You feel free to keep touching it. I just want to look at it.
Okay.
He wants to look at it really hard.
I've never
Like 10
had someone
minutes
say
later, you start to get really concerned.
Yeah.
I've never
It's
had
really
someone
awkward
stare at
moment.
something I've been holding for intently so long.
Question is how
So, yeah,
are
I'll
you
do
holding
that.
it?
Well, I think
That
we
would
know.
make it somewhat more awkward.
I just want to stare
You
at
need to
it.
balance it on its tip.
Ooh, it's magical.
Ooh, it's magic.
You know.
And this is why this is D&D and not karaoke.
I cannot believe it's not so.
I have to open up the trusty DM guide here.
Get rid of his magic.
So we know it's not something that Brian just made up. Or
Or
maybe it
he's trying
is.
to look at the effects of silver.
He could be looking up the effect intelligent weapon possession. Okay.
Short rest, wisdom save.
Every long rest, wisdom save at disadvantage. Okay, yep, there we go.
Give the dumb guy the cursed item. Problem is we're all dumb. I hate to say it, but I think Twidget's the smartest one.
In terms of intelligence?
Well, to be fair, he isn't here to hear that, so.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so are you casting detect magic on the weapon, or on the dagger?
Actually, I think it's cast on me, and I get a ping if there's magic within 30 feet, I believe.
Okay.
And then after that ping, I can use an action to try and find a aura around the visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I learn its school of magic.
Okay. I am not finding an answer to my question.
Look under TPKs.
If you want to whisper your question, I might be able to answer it.
True. Let's give that a shot.
On what page is party killing attribute listed? Man, these jokes just don't get old.
Turns out all pages.
I think it's episode 7 of the adventure book.
I just about posted that in public. Okay. Alright, so as you are detecting magic, you detect no magic around you, except from a tiefling behind you. It seems like he is a creature of magical abilities. I don't know if you detect magic in people or just on items.
It's like, hey, how's it going?
In my pocket, you see something faintly glowing.
Yeah, you also detect that the ranger has some magical skills. Apparently, you yourself have some magical skills. I think your rogue now has magical skills.
That's not quite.
I don't think detect magic works in that way.
No, that's not how it works.
Yep.
It has to be active magic.
Yeah, you do not detect magic on any of the item you were looking at or any of the other items in the store.
Okay. Hang on 1 second. I need to walk over to Vendetta.
Walk this way. Do.
I'm conferring with Vendetta on magical matters.
Okay.
And
can
I whispered you, by the way.
Yep. Okay, can I make a Arcana check? Figure out where my character sheet is. Skills.
So for the record, I thought you guys would have departed for this quest like 30 minutes ago.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
Maybe we should have roleplayed the purchases and just done it.
So I got a 9 for my Arcana. So I'm basically telling Gilgamesh all kinds of historical details about somewhere magic items. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure if Gilgamesh knows. So.
Alright, I want to go to the car dealership.
I'm gonna go to the DMV because it's faster than this place.
Truth. All right. So is there any? So I guess we're just going to like fast track this. So Keithan goes to the brewer.
Outfitters.
All right. We'll get to the outfitters. So Keithan goes to the brewer. The brewer is like, my brewery burned down, but the supplies are able to be
Purchased?
are up for purchase. Seeing as he is.
I will purchase whatever you have. The supplies, any like hops or whatever you have extra lying around.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be glad to purchase them.
All right. He will sell you the supplies at 75% cost, which I believe is 15 because they were used. And then for an extra 5, he's willing to throw in enough hops for probably 4 or 5. What you call it?
Barrels?
Yeah, for like 4 or 5 brews.
Fair enough. I will give him the 20 gold pieces.
All right. He gladly accepts and wishes you well on your brewing. Outfitters. What are we looking for at the outfitters?
I need.
Yep.
I probably don't need
Brew
the.
equipment.
There will not be any studded leather. I'm just going to throw that out there. There's no studded leather in Greenest.
Nah.
I need.
You don't have to go to building by building asking for studded leather.
I need charcoal,
No.
incense, and herbs, and a brazier.
Okay. Well, a brazier is a giant bowl.
Brazier.
Unless that's what
two
you mean.
bowls.
That's also a giant bowl. Actually, a pair of them.
Yeah.
But if you'd like, I mean, most temples have a brazier that you could use. I have plenty of charcoal, and he pulls out, like all these like 10-pound bags of charcoal. And what else was it that you desire?
So, in my mind, I should be able to take a brazier on the road with me so that I can cast this ritual again later if I need to, like another day. Is that true or not?
It depends what kind of brazier you're talking about.
I don't know. I figured I can cast this ritual with a, basically like a backyard fire pit.
Okay, so you're talking like,
Something I can
gotcha,
throw in the back
backyard
of my-
fire pit.
Back and call it a day.
It's like a small brazier. Brazier.
Brazier.
Yeah, he's like, I don't have any of those. He's like, I don't carry any of those. I do have some copper bowls that you could perhaps form into a brazier.
Brazier.
Sounds like a lot of work. Alright, I'll buy whatever I can off of him for charcoal and incense and herbs.
Is there a list of charcoal costs?
It doesn't matter, I just have to buy 10 gold worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that must be consumed by fire in a brass brazier.
Yep. I mean, he has like a ridiculous amount of charcoal. So I mean, you could arguably buy 10 gold worth of charcoal, but I don't know how many pounds that would be.
Do 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 do.
So he doesn't have any incense.
Um,
I would guess that's the more expensive stuff.
yeah, I'm still trying to Google prices because all of my player handbooks are currently not by me.
What prices do you need?
Incense?
The bottom line is I don't really care about that, I just need
Basically,
the value. So that
Yeah, those are
my
like
ritual
spell
prices.
components.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever the spell component cost is
Yeah.
what he would pay to get it all out.
So let's say he wants 6 gold of incense. Like, what would the weight of that be?
And all of those type of things are negligible weight, typically.
Okay. Sweet. So yeah, you can give this dude 10
If
gold.
I get really in depth with encumbrance, I would say let's forget about it.
Yeah, which I don't. So you can give this guy 10 gold and get a bunch of incense, herbs, and stuff.
Is that everything for you, Vendetta?
Yeah, I still want to get the. He said you don't have the brass brazier, right?
Correct.
Get that.
Well, he has a brass bowl that you could try to turn into one. I'm gonna throw a picture up
I
here.
don't need to.
There's a picture on screen for YouTube. That's how Gilgamesh is sheathing his dagger. That's pretty sweet. You guys can copy and paste it yourself. So are you going to buy the brass bowl from him or no?
Sure.
All right.
Do you want me to make an Arcana check or something to decide if I can actually use it as is for the?
Well, essentially, a brazier is a brazier is a bowl that you burn stuff in.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they're pretty big usually, but
yeah. So I mean, a brass bowl that you burn stuff in becomes a brass brazier by Brian definition.
Yep.
And if I ever disagree, you just have to point me back to this video and be like, Brian, you said.
Yeah. Now what'll happen is, oh, I'm sorry, that video died.
All of a sudden, this video just disappears from YouTube.
All right.
Alright. I got some stuff, Brian.
Yep. What do you need?
Antitoxin.
All right. He directs you to the clerics.
Okay. Climber's kit.
He has a rough climber's kit. I mean, we're talking like pulleys, croupons. Is it croupons? Like, it's...
Icons?
Yeah, those. So I mean, it's not one that you would want to take up, like Mount Everest, but it definitely will do the job around these parts.
It fulfills the player's handbook requirements.
Yes.
Okay. 5 flasks of oil.
Yep, he carries... It depends on what kind of oil. He has, like, cooking oil.
Preferably lantern oil.
He looks around and he finds some lantern oil, yes.
Okay. 2 rolls of silk rope.
He does not have silk rope, but he has hemp rope.
Yeah, everybody's got hemp rope. Does he have any kind of livestock, such as a donkey?
He does not have a donkey, but he directs you to one of the farmers who uses a donkey to plow his field, but the field has been destroyed, so he's...
Okay.
The donkey may be for sale.
Okay. That was a cleric. He does
Gabe,
not
you could
happen to
hire your
have
services out as a donkey.
the saddles or bits and bridles or saddlebags that could be used on a donkey. Or would he?
He does not have any, but you could ask the farmer, because he has the stuff that he needs for plowing.
Okay, Vin did
Directions to that particular farmer. And last thing I do is walk around for about 10 minutes and detect magic in the general goods shop.
Yep, and you can tell that the general goods shop is generally just normal goods.
It's generally good.
Yep.
I'll head toward the clerics then. What the hell?
Twidget created a helicopter.
Summon helicopter.
Alright, so you guys go to the farmer. The farmer kind of is just like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to move out of town. I don't want to reset up all this work. I'm going to go retire. I got some kids up north. So he gladly offers to sell you his donkey.
Okay. I'll confer with Keith and ask him, hey, it's 8 gold. You want to give him 200%. I know you like the common folk and whatnot.
Sure. I also want to ask if he has a saddle and saddlebags and a bit and bridle.
Yep.
A single tear falls down his cheek, and he says, if you had asked me that a week ago, I would say no, but my beloved horse was taken by the raiders, so I do have his saddle, bit, and bridle that you guys could buy.
Perfect.
And those would fit the donkey?
You could rig them to work, I bet.
Okay.
I put my hand on Aranor's shoulders like, my mount here will enjoy it.
And then I point to the donkey and I say, that's what you're riding.
No. Shapeshift.
As this is happening, Gilgamesh is making a strong pull to name the donkey Waffles.
Hey, before we leave the farmer, here's what I'm going to do, Brian. Is I'm going to make him the offer to, if he would want it, to have one last ride on some form of horse. I know it's not his old horse, but before, kind of a closure type thing.
He kind of nods and is like, that would be nice. Do you have a horse?
Okay. And blue riding horse.
Just a second, and I put the saddle on him.
He just kind of looks at you really confused.
And I'll just kind of nudge him, throw my head and mane kind of back, like, hey, get on. Come on.
He just kind of looks at you guys like this is really awkward, but throws caution to the wind and climbs on.
Okay. And we'll skip past everything I give, we ride out, we ride really fast. He gets to have the wind in his hair, we come back.
Yep. Give me an enjoyment check, straight 1d20.
Is that a constitution kind of thing? Or...
Can I cast guidance on myself prior to going into horse form?
Sure.
Yes!
So I mean,
one of those maxed out.
Yeah, so I mean, he gets off and he's just like, it was a decent ride. It was nothing to write home about, but
Snap.
better than nothing.
50 feet per round isn't bad.
Yeah. But
Anywho, after that we'll exchange gold.
Yep.
We'll take our things. We'll bid him goodbye unless
yeah. And
Keithan has any final words for him.
and as you return to form, you realize that while you're doing that, the donkey has been named Captain Cupcake.
I think we can do it.
So I will give him 35 gold for everything.
Okay.
That's more than it's worth.
Yep.
So, guess I'll off my list. Thank you, Folk Hero.
All right. So are you guys ready to set out?
Let me check my grocery list here.
So while they were doing
so.
that garbage,
Nice
I
to
went
meet
and did a 1-hour ritual.
Okay. Oops. What does your ritual provide?
Helicopter.
Helicopter. It was the next best thing. This guy.
Rafflecopter.
Oh, he got his imp.
So when I come back, you guys see that
Okay.
Vendetta continues to whisper to unseen things, and looks like it's actually picked up a little bit more than it used to.
I'm done purchasing things finally.
All right. Are you guys all done and ready to go on your adventure?
Brian, I whispered you.
I'm gonna try to pick up rations.
Okay. You guys would have been able to do that at the general store.
Is that where we just were?
Yep. And then
hold on. Rations. Like 20 days worth of rations.
okay. I feel like I need to buy a third player handbook.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Rations. What are rations per day?
I'll tell you here just a second. I want to say gold a day.
So,
2
5
gold.
silver pieces.
Yeah, 2
per
gold.
day.
Or 1 gold per day. Or per 2 days, sorry.
So 1 gold for 2 days. So it'd be 10 gold for 20 days.
And did a cleric by chance happen to have a healer's kit? Just anywhere in the town.
Yep. So even back at the keep, you could have gotten you could pick up a cleric's kit or a healer's kit.
Fair enough. Because I need another one because I got rid of the other one.
Yep. Well, for all you know, it could have been the healer kit that you gave the guy when you left.
You said 20 gold?
10 gold for 20 days.
10. Yeah.
So is there anything else you guys need before taking off?
Nope.
Okay.
Go.
Let's get this party started.
All right. An hour later.
Yep, for future reference, my imp will stay invisible unless I say otherwise.
Okay. Future reference, I should have you guys do all shopping off
Yeah.
between games.
Yes.
Sean and I were getting kind of bored.
It's just like- I did not expect you guys to want to go to every shop and buy everything.
Well,
So
not
you
all
just
of
need to
us.
say yes to everything we ask for, and then you don't have a problem.
Or you could just think, what would be available in a town that was just raided?
Splint mail.
You know, Brian, I have this argument almost every day with my students.
Except now you are the student. Now you can emphasize
Now the master
with
becomes
them.
a student.
Empathy, man. Okay, so you guys, do you just want to fast travel to the camp, or do you want to...
Fast forward.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are walking to the camp, you know, just follow the same trail that you took before. You get to the plateau, you just go around it, you don't even bother climbing over it or anything. You learned previously it's not worth it. So as you arrive to the camp, just outside of the area, so we'll kind of come back to our pink.
So do you guys want to try and climb the
That's
crescent
what I was wondering.
and then drop in from above?
No.
No. Okay.
The question is it possible that the tunnels in the back are actually back entrances to the hatching areas? We never did determine where those were going.
I think the better idea right now is just to get up top and then observe down, because he said that we aren't necessarily going to go in, right? We want to investigate. Maybe we can get by with just watching.
Could we send a spider-type creature up top who has amazing climbing ability and have him scout out what's up there, maybe try and kill that guard tower that we know is up there?
Yeah. We probably could have if he hadn't used his wild shape to be a ridiculous horse for a
Brian
he
never
gets-
did get back to me.
He gets 2
Give
per
him a-
long rest, and didn't we have an
Sure.
overnight sleep?
Alright, so...
Super short rest.
I'm in the middle of messaging him right now. We've been whispering. The question is, would you guys be willing to take a short rest before you left? Just wait an hour so he can get his wild shape back.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
didn't we get a short rest by sleeping? Is that totally
Except
independent?
he used his
Yeah.
wild shape since you
He did a
slept.
bunch of garbage since then.
He did 1 wild shape, but doesn't he get 2 per short rest?
But it sounds like at least one of you says, or two of you are like, let's short rest so he gets it back. So how about this? Keithan, would you be willing to carry Aranor on the walk so he can rest in your
You
arms?
can ride the donkey.
Yeah, I'll ride the donkey.
Ride the donkey.
Alright, so he'll either... So Gilgamesh will carry him if he doesn't want to ride the donkey.
I'll ride the donkey.
Captain Cupcake will carry him.
Okay. So you essentially can short rest on your way here.
Cool.
So I threw you guys out here with a nice little basic map here. Similar to the one we had before. We have your little plateaus that you guys just walked around to these plateaus. Then this was the horseshoe plateau of the raiders. So how would you guys like to approach? As you get near, though, you can tell it is eerily quiet.
Straight in.
Does anyone second that?
No.
Can we kind of park up here and just wait? Why don't we park here, take a short rest, so that way you have a short rest. I guess you already taken it,
I already took it.
and then we can just see people coming and going if there is any.
Okay.
Are we stealth at all, or are we just sitting at the crossroads, just hanging out?
As far as I
in
know,
the
we're
middle
not
of the
still.
road.
I honestly want to see where some of those caverns go at the back because
Right before we
you know,
get there.
if they're using natural formations to house the hatchery,
Brian, what would it
there's a
take for us
chance.
to?
Although it's probably
What would it take, Brian, for us to take our time and just climb up the backside of this? Let me draw.
I mean, it's 30 or 60 feet
Yeah.
foot climb. It sounds like.
Yep. So let's say you just go to one of the. Are you talking like to the caves or to the top of the plateau?
I'm looking at the top of the plateau so that we can just look down in there and see. Because it
Yeah.
sounds like there's not anybody there, so I just want to.
Yeah. So I mean, you'd be climbing up 80 feet of rock. So I would need a dexterity check or spider climb.
Spider. At least send the spider to scout. I mean, I can always whisper to him, or message, or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah. What's the range in that?
I can always offer my climbing kit to Twidget. You can't fall more than 25 feet if you're using this.
I
I
mean-
have some pretty good dexterity as well.
Okay,
I
fine.
could try.
Here's what we'll do.
All of us want to go up there when one person could do the scouting.
So here's what we'll do. We will continue around the back here, and you can go take a look at the back caverns a little bit. In the meantime, I'll wait around here or so. Ignatius, my imp from hell, will go over the top. He is completely invisible. He will be out of range for my telepathy with him, but he can go scout, look at it, and report back to me. Cool.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. All right. So as you guys are walking about, the imp flies off up over the plateau. While he's gone, do you want to try climbing up to one of the caves or no?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Let's start with one of the short caves.
Okay.
Although we could see the back of the short caves, couldn't we, Brian?
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. I mean, you could easily start with one of the short caves.
No, I'm asking. I thought we could see the back of the short.
Oh yeah,
caves.
you can see the short caves. They just look like approximately a 10 by 10 cube.
Okay. I guess we could start with a short cave, make our way up from a short cave to a taller cave. So. If no one's opposed to it, who's got the best balance of stealth and athletics?
Me.
I was gonna say my athletics is
Okay.
awful, my dexterity is good.
Gil, do you think one of your squires? Gil, do you think one of your squires might be able to keep an eye on Cupcake in this?
Sure. Okay.
Muted.
Yeah, I know. I just couldn't figure out which mute button I actually hit. I can have Damien look after Cupcake.
Captain
Thank you.
Cupcake.
Captain Cupcake.
All right. So Damien is watching Captain Cupcake. So are all of you climbing up then?
Okay, I'll hand my climber's kit over to. I'll hand my climber's kit to Keith and then kind of show him, here, take the hempen rope and this climber's kit, get us up to the Bigfoot, the short cave.
Okay.
I'll pick one.
All right.
Okay, start climbing.
So Keithan, give me an athletics check. All right. So yeah, you're able to get to the first cave, and you can tell it is very simply a 10 by 10. That is wrong. 10 by 10-ish room.
Okay.
You know when Ignatius comes back?
I am typing that right now, actually,
Oh, okay.
because only you would know, correct? It's like
Right,
it's
unless
telepathic.
I suppose I would probably relay it to them unless it's something incredibly shocking, like the entire thing is full of gold or something. Everybody's gone. It's just a big bowl of gold. Guys, they're not here. We better leave.
So I'll lean over the edge and point to my ear for Twidget to message me so I can message back.
Oh, right. I'm gonna
Or
send
hear my intercom system.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Keithan a message.
So, and I will report back 10 by 10 cave. Nothing here.
Guys, Keithan says it's a 10 by 10 cave. Nothing here.
I'm guessing you did not have advantage on that check,
Me? Oh,
Aranor.
Nope.
So you rolled a solid 3?
Yep.
Yep.
But
So,
if I climbed up first, wouldn't he have advantage?
are you like holding a rope so we can climb up the rope?
He gave me the climber's kit that has pittons and stuff.
Yeah, and I gave you some of the rope as well to carry along behind you, with the intent of coming up with you.
Oh. Okay.
You should have told me about this.
So I didn't have a hold on that rope?
Awkward. Okay, I'm gonna relay to the guys that my imp is back and he's confirmed our suspicions that the entire camp is deserted. The tents are gone.
Okay.
We may want to book it back to town then.
I would like to stealth up and go in and inspect and see if there's like a big bowl of gold in there or something.
Do we
Yeah.
book it back to town, or do we
So-
still check on where the hat
What is
tree
it with our
was?
party and polls this week?
So Brian, I will send him to go look towards the entrance to the that we know of to the hatchery.
Okay.
Tell him to keep his distance and maintain stealth, even though he's invisible, just in case something can see him. See through invisibility, he can take cover and
Yep.
kind of sneak up.
Hey now, hey now. My
Can I
imp
make
is
a
back.
tracking check to see if I can see where these people have gone? I mean, if there were so many, maybe they left a path somewhere.
Where would you like to go to make said check? Just give me a ping.
Let's see, where are we now exactly? Did we just walk around to the front, or? Are
To
we
my understanding,
still-
you guys are kind of this region.
Yep. We're at the bottom of the sea.
I'd like to just go over here to the mouth
Okay.
and just check the trail, see if I can spot any sign of them leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me some tracking. What would that be? Nature or...
Nurture.
Well, that wouldn't be animal handling.
Survival.
Survival yet? Probably nature or survival, whichever's higher.
Alright, survival, wisdom, and
Which is more of a
proficiency.
knowledge skill.
Yep.
So that would be
So
Go ahead and
I
throw a
let them
4 on
know.
that once you're done.
oh, okay.
I let them
No,
know that
like
the
you needed it.
Yeah. Add 4 to that.
Yep.
I let everybody know that the hatchery entrance is still guarded. There's at least 2 well-armed humans there.
Okay.
So I think we should sneak up on them somehow. Try to get a. We have yet to get a good sneaker or find our way to get a surprise round that everybody gets an action on. We got to figure out a way to do that.
Your tracking shows that a large group of people recently went this way. So if this is north,
They
that
went
would be
west.
west.
And we came from the south, is that
Yeah,
right?
you guys came up from the south.
Okay. So is everybody else still back here?
Yep.
Am I the only one who came up here alone?
Yeah.
If I'm climbing, yes.
Alright, so I quickly come back here and report what I found. So, I tell the party that it looks like a large group of people just left here and went to the west. Based on the tracks on the trail.
Okay, and I
Do
let
they-
people know that there's 2 armed guards inside the hatchery.
And the hatchery entrance is here.
Yep.
Yep.
So I think we should find a way to sneak in and take them out.
What if we all stealthed up, other than Gil, and Gil waits at the entrance and kind of shouts, so then the 2 guards run
To be
out.
fair, this is not Rychik. Rychik was the one terrible at stealth.
To be fair, Gil has been really good at stealth.
Really good rolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have +2 to dexterity.
Yeah, that's true.
The other one I had -1.
But
better
do you
than-
have heavy armor?
I don't
Basically the
know.
disadvantage armor?
No, I just have chain.
Chain shirt or chain mail?
I have no idea. Hold on.
Is your dex
Oh, it's
rating a
chain.
16?
Chain mail.
Then yes, you have disadvantage on stealth.
Oh. Okay.
I'll offer this. One of my second level spells is Pass Without Trace. It gives the group a +10 bonus to stealth for, give me a second, I believe it's 10 minutes.
I open a beer.
It lasts up to an hour.
There we go.
I start brewing a beer.
Take a while.
Like I said, I'll start.
This is when you guys definitely need a group leader to be like, hey guys,
Yep.
Mhm.
this is what we're doing.
Hey
Oh.
guys.
Hey, we're getting there right now.
At least we're
Shall we
here.
all vote?
We're gonna stealth up. We got Pass Without Trace. We're good, right?
Okay.
Okay, I think we're all gonna stealth up, go in there, try and get around the guards, take them out as quickly as I can. Sounds like there's only 2, right?
Yep.
Seems doable with a group of many of us. Should we send in a scout first to try and get close undetected?
Yeah, I want Ignatius, my imp, to get basically behind him if he can to confirm. He's gonna try to stay within my range, which is that again?
Can I use Ignatius for sneak attack?
Heck yes, you can.
Awesome.
He's an ally within 5 feet.
Most of the time.
Yes.
Except
He's
I
an enemy
think
of
the
an
ally
enemy
may
within
have to be
5 feet.
visible.
Ally for now. No.
It just says enemy of the enemy. So.
That's true. So even if I'm getting a little rambunctious or something, you can still be the enemy of your enemy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Money penny.
What's the range?
So,
100
Pass
feet.
Without Trace, if I remember right, is 1 creature per level, correct?
That may be the old way of doing it. I'm pulling it back up right now.
Pass Without Trace. It's for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's
you
what I
guys just have
thought.
to stand within 30 feet.
Yep.
Yep.
Has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Alright. So everyone give me a stealth, and you get an extra 10 to your stealth check.
Wow. So I really rolled a 32.
So I rolled a 22.
Let's go botches this one.
29.
Ah,
And just before we run in, Brian.
Yep.
Okay. That I'm planning on adding to Gil's, no matter what he gets.
Yep. So it'd be 17.
Yeah.
21 plus 10 plus 2.
Except before it was 5, 16.
It would be 5 plus 10 plus 2, 17.
No. The 2 that I rolled is only for Gil.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're saying he had a 17.
He just had 2 rolls for some reason.
Yeah.
Ah.
So you take the first one.
Yeah, so he's
Yep.
got 17 right now.
Yep. Alright, so we are going to throw you guys on a new map.
Yeah.
Jungle Boogie.
Alright, gun Charlie. Yay, I can see my character icon again.
Okay, I wanted to test a new macro.
Test it.
That did
Selected.
not work. Okay.
So close. Nothing but net.
Alright.
so we are in the west. Okay.
Yep. Alright, so you guys can sneak up into this cavern. You can see there are two. Yeah, you guys are about halfway up on the left side, the west
Oh, there
side.
it is.
There are two dragon claws, armored humans talking amongst each other, completely unaware of you.
Okay.
So you guys can have a surprise round. Everyone give me a quick what you want to do, after which we will have you roll initiative.
Oh. You want us to type it up or tell you?
Just do it. Just tell me what you want to do and do it.
Where is Ignatius?
Is Ignatius the imp?
Yes.
He is invisible. Right? So...
Okay.
So
I'm going to have to get a picture for him, or you can send me one. I don't have an image for an
Yeah.
imp yet.
okay.
So he's at the one everyone's crowded around?
So you guys
Over
are
here.
marching in right away.
I'm charging.
I'm
Yeah.
staying out. I'm better out of range.
But it's a surprise round, so...
Yeah, I
Still gets to
attack from
attack.
range.
Yep.
So I'm going to be attacking with my bow. I want somebody else to hit him first, though, so I can use Dragon or Colossus Slayer.
So you can use
So I'm hoping that some melee person attacks him or something, and then I attack immediately after.
I've already rolled, so I would assume I would hit.
Nope.
Because I'd charge
One's
straight
high.
in no matter what.
Yeah, so Keithan charged straight in, rolls 21 versus armor class. Let me see here in the
And I
book.
immediately follow with a bow attack.
Alright, so Keithan hits, doing 11 damage.
And I don't know if I will hit with that.
At which point he comes up bloodied. Galaneus follows up with 13. 13 is not a hit.
Figures.
Aranor is scimitariing the same guy down here with an 11. 11 does not hit.
But since we're surprising them, I have advantage.
Oh, true, you do have advantage.
Does the 16
So actually, Galaneus, give me
Wait.
another.
Does
You have
everybody
advantage.
have advantage? That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy crap,
16
even
does
worse.
hit. Yep. So we still need Gilgamesh, Vendetta, and Twidget.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Ignatius is here.
So I move next to Dudes
Yep.
McCool. And then I'll probably do my rapier attack with advantage, which gives me my sneak attack.
So 23 for 14.
Hey, Galaneus, would you have indicated that you were going to go for the bottom one?
I did, yes.
Okay. Brian, sorry if I forced you to do more upkeep, but in that case, I would have gone for top.
And you hit for 4?
Yeah, well, if a 16 hits, I hit for 4.
Yep. Alright.
Yeah.
So you and Twidget collaboratively take out this guy.
Woohoo!
Vendetta and Gil are still up to you guys.
Mage hand high five.
I'm going
Aranor.
to start dragging the
You
bottom.
have this bottom guy who's bleeding.
Smash him, Gil. Make Captain Cupcake proud.
So I can
19 is a hit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Gil smash. Nice.
Captain Cupcake is happy.
Alright, and this guy falls out dead as well.
Vendetta just blasts randomly.
Yeah.
Alright. Pull the bodies outside the cave. We need to hide them.
and start him on fire.
We don't want to loot. We don't want to loot them first. Just set them on fire.
Well, we can loot them, but I want to get them out of the cave.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we do that, then we loot them.
Alright, each of them is wearing leather armor. And has a scimitar.
What does a dragon? I was gonna say, what does a dragon claw normally wear and wield?
Yeah, they wear leather armor. It's fancy black leather armor and scimitars.
I should wear that.
Is it better than studded leather?
Nope.
Okay. Thought I'd ask.
You say?
Could have like some stealth bonuses being all black.
And as you guys entered that area, you are inside of a cavern. The ceilings are about 15 feet high, and this cavern at least is illuminated by the daylight funneling in behind you. As you reach where you are, coming around the bend, the light gets to be a bit fainter, but you can see
I start
down
moving
the
forward to
score.
the front with my dark vision.
So
Okay.
wait, they didn't have any gold or
Hang on,
anything,
check for traps.
Perception.
Brian?
Just a second. Again, using the cheat farm gold rule.
I have perception of 19,
Nice.
and I have dark vision of 60
Ouch.
feet.
Yep, so you guys find 4 silver on them as well, but they do not seem to be, of course. I don't tend to carry all my money with me into guard duty. I don't know if you guys do, but
Yeah.
I do.
So remind me.
what's your dark vision, Aaron?
I have dark vision of 60 feet.
Remind me. Are we having the? Are you just
So
keeping a side
I would
record
be
of all
out
the
to
money?
there.
You guys are splitting it as you will. Evenly, I believe, was
Do you
decided.
want one of us keeping a record of that, or do you want to do that?
If one of you guys wanted to, that'd be great.
I think we each keep a record.
Like,
of
you
it
each keep
on
your
our
record
own.
of your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like someone's holding on to like a silver goblet or something, but
Whoa, that is cool.
what?
Lighting effects, or what is that?
That's my line of sight for dark and dim vision for lighting a torch.
Dude, that is cool.
Nice.
I don't know how you did that, but that is cool.
That's my auras.
Okay.
How did you do what?
So, oh, you took my.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't know what that was. You can have it back.
Okay.
So-
Can't actually.
I quickly motion
Keep moving
a
now.
stop and hold up 4 fingers.
So, for future reference, Brian, my imp gets. Actually, I do too. We both have Devil Sight,
Okay, what's that?
which lets us see a lot further than normal dark vision.
Okay. And apparently I can't give you control of that back, so I have to draw it again.
Yep, that's fine. Or I'll just link you. Actually, we're getting pretty close to the end anyway.
Yep. So, how far can Devil Sight see?
Seems like something I would have written down, but maybe not. For the imp, Devil's Sight, magical darkness does not impede the imp's dark vision.
120.
Yep, 120 feet is for the imp. Should confirm that's probably the same for me.
Alright, so I guess from where are you standing? Yeah, so from where you're standing, I guess that wouldn't impact anything yet. What time is it? 10 o'clock.
About 10.
Alright, so yeah, we're actually going to call it as you guys decide how you want to respond. So let me quickly paint what you guys see here. This whole cavern, where you're at, it has about 15-foot ceilings. You have a few stalactites or stalagmites, the ones that come up from the ground, scattered about. Those of you with dark vision can clearly see 4 figures standing off in this distance. There is still a very faint light from the light bending around the corner here. So you can kind of make them out, but you don't see the fine detail. And then off in the distance, you can see that there is a slight stair descending, but you can't really see where it descends to from your angle. So we'll find out next week how you guys will respond to this.